What's up guys, and welcome to the first episode of the Hull City Career Mode. This will probably be like a Road to Glory career mode, which will be like 3 seasons, which is great because I like doing career modes with smaller teams, which makes it a lot more fun. So I decided to take over the newly promoted Hull City. Hull City started out, basically they were in the Premier League a couple seasons ago, but then they got relegated back to the Championship and then they got promoted back to the English Premier League. But they're not doing very well in the Premier League right now. They got absolutely crushed by Liverpool last weekend, and they're having some tough fixtures and they're losing a lot of players due to injuries and due to a lot of like fitness issues and stuff like that, and they have a really short roster. So I'm here to bring in the best talented players around the world. Obviously, if you guys don't know me, I am Masordian Punk. Masordian Punk is basically my other channel, which I basically do just not career mode videos, but cartoon videos. And I decided to make a new channel because I bet it was better for me to make like videos that other people will like and videos for my main channel. So if you guys get that, otherwise I will do a lot of stuff on this channel. I'll probably do some Ultimate Team, but mostly this will be a career mode channel. So you'll see a lot of career modes with probably big teams and smaller teams. So I probably will do a proper Road to Glory career mode back like in probably November or October or something like that. But again, this series will probably be 4 or 5 seasons long. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. So we start off by doing the preseason tournament invite. I thought about doing it, but then I remembered that I'm not doing it with the big clubs, so of course I need the funds because we only have like 23 million, which is again big money for Hull City. That's for a very small team. So before that, I just started looking at the fixtures. Of course, we get a very easy group, so I decided, oh, this is going to be the easiest. It was probably the second most money, but it was the easier team. So we started by signing a right winger because we have no wingers in the club. We have 2 wingers, but one of them plays as a right back, which is, I believe, is El Mohammedi, and he plays as a right back. But I'm gonna sign a right back later in the video, but he's gonna be more for the second team. So I started out by shortlisting Lutin, again, who's a career mode legend last year for me, and I shortlist and I scout Anwar El Ghazi. Anwar El Ghazi has been in FIFA for a long time. He's been one of those go-to guys, and again, I just decided, since I never used Anwar El Ghazi, to try him out, and I wanted to use a Lutin to show you guys this guy is a monster in game. And I decided to also sign 2 center backs from the Bundesliga, Nicholas Stark from Hertha Berlin and Nico Elveri, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce it specifically, but again, another center back with very good potential. They're both around 72, 73 rated, and they're very good backup options, especially since we only have 2 center backs at the club, which is, I believe, is Chris Davies and Phil Dawson. I mean, they're very old center backs. They're very slow, so I decided to bring in 2 very young center backs, and I decided to bring in Angelino from Man City, and I decided to bring in Mason Holgate from Everton. But probably the best 2 young right backs or left backs besides Bellerin in the game, and I believe Jose Gaia, and those are like really expensive options, so I went with the very cheap options. I tried to loan them in, but of course Man City would not let me loan in Angelino. But at the end of the day we signed him for around 1 or 3 million pounds, but it's alright. You'll see that in probably the next episode. But again, I'm just looking through the team and I'm just looking for places to put in because I like to organize my bench with 1 striker, 1 center mid, 1 left winger, 1 right winger, 1 right back, and 1 left back. Because I believe that during the match, if you just have all attackers, you're going to be allowed. I mean, I don't usually make a lot of substitutions, but the best time to make substitutions, I believe, is in the 75th or 80th minute, but I usually don't because I believe that I can keep going. But with this team with a very low stamina and they don't have the best stats, I need to bring in those extra, maybe fullbacks or defenders or center mid that time. That's why I organize my bench from center mids to right backs to strikers like that. Again, it was very hard to put in positions. It was very hard to choose between these players because most of them are the same. Mbokani and Hernandez are 2 different type of players. Mbokani is more of an aerial threat, and Hernandez is a speed demon, which is what I like in FIFA. Of course, I'm gonna go for the faster option, which is Hernandez. And again, Hernandez is a very good player for Hull City. He's done well this season, but he's not. I don't think he's going to live up to what he did in the Championship last year because, of course, the Premier League is a much harder place. And again, the problem with Hull City was that they have a bunch of bronze players, and they are absolutely terrible. They're a 23-year-old bronze status, 62 rated, and I transfer listed a lot and loaned a lot of them because they are not good for the first team. And this is a big problem for Hull City in real life. They need to have more players. They do not have any backup players whatsoever. They have no wingers in the club. They just have Snodgrass, and Snodgrass gets injured a lot. And that's a problem for me, so I decided that Routine and Anwar El Ghazi was the best options that I had for left or right wingers, because I did not want to use Keita, I did not want to use Inaki Williams because they're very overused players, and not a lot of people know about Routine. He wasn't FIFA 16 last year, but he didn't have a game base. He had like 80 something potential, 82 or 3. This year has 86 potential with a 71 rating. As you can see right here, I am trying to sign them players. I tried to do a bunch of swaps, but they were not taking any of the players. I tried to do Robert Snodgrass for Anwar El Ghazi from Ajax, but they completely rejected that. And of course, they actually wanted money for it, and I forgot that I was going to, sign the players. I just put them on the shortlist, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I forgot. I have to sign these players and pay money for them. What, am I going to get them for free? Of course we're not, but this problem with, again, another problem with Hull City is they don't have a lot of money, but I was trying to sign a ton of players. I signed at least 6 players. I tried to go in for Sabitzer, but of course you're going to see in the next episode that I did not have enough money for him, so which is again was a huge problem for me, and we did not go far in the preseason tournament. You'll see that again in the next episode. Sorry for all the spoilers, I'm new at this, but we tried to go for like really cheap offers. We went in, I believe we gave this guy, I don't know which one we gave. I think we gave them one of the really bad center backs. I think it was Maguire, yeah, I think it was Maguire, but they didn't take Maguire, but it was Migler. I used Maguire for a different offer, but they didn't, of course, I used it for Elvedi, but they didn't accept that either. So I was in a very tough situation right now, because I looked at the contracts as well, because we have a ton of players with 1 year left, and those are really good players like Hernandez, and I think it's Robert Snodgrass as well, but I just don't understand why Hull City are not locking them players down. But of course, I try to transfer list and loan a ton of players so we can get a lot of funds in, but these players are just really bad. Ryan Mason is a really okay player. He's from Tottenham. Again, he didn't play much for Tottenham. It was like a last-minute signing for them. They also signed Bukani on the last day because they lost, I believe, Mohamed Diame. I was trying to get a really good center mid, but then I thought, oh wait, we have Tom Huddleston, and I was gonna try to bring in Sabitzer, so it was pretty good. And we have Jake Livermore, and we have of course Mason. So we had 3 center mids, but we didn't have like a really strong guy like Mohamed Diame was, because of course he went to Newcastle. And I was thinking of bringing Tiote, but Tiote was 31 years old, and he's like the similar player. But I just thought, okay, we have 3 center mids. I don't think we should waste any money, because of course we didn't have that much money. Again, I was very surprised at the lack of talent in this, because we have I believe 1 or 2 or 3 players with actually high potentials. I mean, not high potentials, but they have, like, the green bar, when it shows when you try to train them, that thing. And we had just had Robertson and I believe Henriksen, who we don't own, but is a loanee from, I believe, some team in the Netherlands. So of course he had like decent potential, like probably 80 potential, 76 rated. He's a cam. So we play the 4-2-3-1. So of course we're gonna use him. We throw him into the training, and that is all for this episode. In the next episode, you guys will see the preseason tournament and the new signing.